Welcome back to the channel. Well, back here at Rob's Performance, and we got the Undertaker in there, and we're beginning now our 2020 build, so we're ready. Undertaker 2.0. So to start it off, we're actually going to be baselining her today. She is in A right now. The blower is off, the blower has been sold, it's gone, and we're getting the new baseline before we start adding our new power adder. So today we're going to do 93 octane on our Oz tune and do E85, and I'll show you how we're swapping the fuel and how we do it all. So let's go from here. Alright, we're getting ready to make the first pull on 93, so let's see what she got in her. We are a go. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's also a 6
Alright, so what are you guys' first thoughts on that? I don't know, but we'll make another pull and then we'll switch over to E85, which is more where we're concerned where she's at. We'll go from there. Look identical. That's what you call an identical run. Okay. All right. I guess now we're getting ready to switch it over to 85. Pretty solid identical runs on 93 octane. 93 can always be, as we know, up, down, anything goes. But we know what we got with our E, so let's see what the E does. Alright, now what we're going to get ready to do is switch the fuel out from 93 to E85. To do that, we are using the JPC fuel drain kit. Get you guys a good look at that. Got our hose, got our adapter, and from our dual fuel pump from the JD Solutions pump, we have our tester, which we can use to activate the second pump to help it just drain out without having to have the engine running. Flipping the cameras around there, flipping the cameras. Alright, so we'll pop that on and go from there.
seal a little dry. It's been on the shelf for a minute. Alrighty. Okay, so that snapped on like that. That run in line with the fuel rail.
Adapter's in.
Then you got your line here with a little shutoff valve so you don't lose it when you're trying to pump. We got right here on top of this chair here, just to make it easier so you guys can see. I need the hop switch jumper. Yep, there you go.
Switch.
Key on for me. Take your little jumper deal, hook them in here.
And we have fuel.
So now you can use your second pump to actually pull the fuel out of the tank instead of running the vehicle. Sometimes when you run the vehicle with using this, depending on if it has a fuel pressure sensor, sometimes the vehicle will run a little weird because it doesn't see enough rail pressure. So this is a little quick, easy way to do it without having any problems. And then we're going to fire up the truck. We'll close this off, fire up the truck, and whatever residual is in the lines and still in the tank, we'll just run it till it stalls out, and we know that it's pretty much empty, so we can get a true, E85 versus having a slight mixture there. So you guys can see what the secondary pump is doing. She's moving some fuel. Put a little piece from JPC. Probably almost there because it looks like the fuel is getting a little aerated. It's starting to slow down. We only had a few gallons in the tank anyway.
I had a feeling there was a chance there was going to be some crappy 93 too. Thought about bringing some booster aim, but yeah.
Where'd you get this from?
Airport. It was Exxon, but I usually rock Sunoco or Shell for 93, but I was at the airport to get the 85, so.
Alright, so coming to the end.
Spitting.
That's how I look like after I'm done taking a leak. That's how you get wet trousers. You don't know when it's done yet.
Give it a little shake.
Yeah, they say if I shake it more than once, I'm playing with it.
I don't want to be playing with it now.
Because the truck is a little bit on a rake, I guarantee you some fuel in there.
Oh, yeah.
Because being on the dynamometer there. So you can turn the key off. You can cycle it a few times. See if she fires up. And then we're going to clear out the main pump, because we're not using a dual pump. See if she fires. Try again. One more time. I think we're good. Yeah, it still has some in there. Try it again.
Try to screw on.
Try again. Try again. Keep cranking it. Crank it some more. We're good. That's it. We got it all out. Now I'm playing with it. Alright, so now we can go ahead and put the E-Baby in it. Are you gonna pump this back out?
Oh, that's probably. What, pump out? Nah. I'll lay the E in.
Well, I'm going to just take this paint off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you guys got to see just how simple it is to use the JBC fuel drain kit. Quick, simple, easy. A few minutes if you're at the track, if you want to switch from 93 to 85 to get your best, or if you're switching to MS 109 or C16 or whatever you're switching to. Harmless, simple, non-messy. And now it's time to pump some E in there. Get some juice. Now, the fuel change was as simple as you saw. That's whether you got a blower or your NA. It's as simple as just swapping it out. Now we're gonna make some pulls on the E85. Notice we did not change the tune. This is the Oz Tuning Omega tune, so it's a flex fuel tune. So this is not a dedicated E85 tune or a dedicated 93 tune. It's a flex fuel. So we shall see what the flex is as we go to E85 now, and a good chance that those 93 numbers were kind of low based on possibly some bad 93. So it looks like it was pulling some time in, but we'll see. So right now we're gonna let the truck run for a few minutes, let the ECU recognize that it has E85 in it. Even though we emptied out and we added the 85, we still gotta allow it to compensate and understand what it has in there now. Let them run through the lines. So we'll let that run, I don't know, probably like 5 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes, who knows. And then we'll get ready to start making some pulls. Starting off saying 30%. So we'll see. We'll revisit that in a few minutes and see if that changes. Well, we know it should, but we'll wait for that to climb on up. 31. We are slowly getting there. It's been a couple minutes, and we'll give it a few more of giving it some gas and letting the computer compensate. 15 horse pickup. Something doesn't feel right. Not sure yet. But we'll take a look at a few things and see what we come up with. Alright, about to get ready to make another pull. Made a couple little adjustments, see if we figured out what the issue was, and let's find out. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. That's E85 with the Omega tune, which is a flex fuel tune, so that's not a dedicated E85 tune. We allowed it to just compensate. It's the same tune that we ran the 93 on. We haven't changed the tune at all. We have a GT intake, PMAS cold air intake, American Racing headers, and we have a stock resonator, stock muffler. So you be the judge. If you feel that it needs more, I mean, we don't have much on there. And that's all with the same flex fuel tune that we ran the 93 on. So don't get me wrong, I think the 93 was a little bad, so probably could have made a little more in 93. But either way, we just switched it from 93 to E85 from the pump, and there you go. More than enough power. In a truck. Excuse me, some have made a little more, some have not. That's going to range from day to day, dyno to dyno.
Long day, I need
Some guys have a dedicated E85 tune that might have a little more timing added in it, or who else knows, but this is my daily, and while she's in A, that's what she's at. So that's almost a 500 horsepower, well, at the crank, what, probably about 550 crank horsepower. So you figure she came with 395 estimated crank. We're probably about 550 at the crank now for a daily with that quiet, and she had some fun. Oh yeah, you got the, it tells you the crank, doesn't it? Let's get the exacts for the crank. We're not going to estimate. No estimations.
We're gonna chop this down.
What's that? That's my phone? I'll get it later. Yeah.
Let's chop this down a little bit more. And get people. What the fuck is a 600?
Oh, the blower numbers.
So.
Oh, 556 crank. That is the crank horsepower. Excellent. I think that's more than respectable. Well, there you have it. And now we begin to, now that we got our baseline, we can begin to start adding some mods. Undertaker 2.0, 2020 build. Stay tuned. Got anything to say, Robbie?
Watch out. It's coming.
Enough said.